Hello class 5, today we shall learn a new poem called Topsy-Turvy Land. So please turn your textbook to page number 109. Page number 109, Unit 7, Topsy-Turvy Land by H.E. Wilkinson. Before we start, let's see what this poem is about. This is a very interesting poem that takes us to the land where everything is upside down. It tells us about a strange land where nothing is normal. It has many amusing things. For instance, in this land, people walk on their heads instead of their feet. Similarly, there are many other strange things going on in this land, which the poem mentions. It is an entertaining poem with hilarious scenarios to think about. But now, before we get into the poem, these are the new words from your textbook. Number 1, topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy means upside down, ledling. It can also mean confusing. Buhay, nok. Number 2, pleasure. Pleasure means feeling of enjoyment. Nom na, lim na. Here in the poem, we will be coming across the word pleasure boats. So pleasure boats means boats that are for your pleasure, for sightseeing. Number 3, grand. Grand means big, but here in this poem it means great fun. Klim. Now let's read the poem. Topsy-turvy land. The people walk upon their heads. The sea is made of sand. The children go to school by night in topsy-turvy land. The front door step is at the back. You're walking while you stand. You wear your hat upon your feet in topsy-turvy land. And buses on the sea you'll meet, while pleasure boats are planned to travel up and down the streets of topsy-turvy land. You pay for what you never get. I think it must be grand, for when you go, you're coming back in topsy-turvy land. This poem is written by H.E. Wilkinson. Now we shall get into each stanza. The first stanza, the people walk upon their heads. The sea is made of sand. The children go to school by night in topsy-turvy land. So in topsy-turvy land, people walk on their heads. As you can see here in the picture, people walk on their heads. But in our land, we use our feet to walk. And the sea is made of sand. Sea in topsy-turvy land is made of sand, but in our land it is made of water. So everything is upside down, everything is the opposite in topsy-turvy land. And the children goes to school at night when it is dark outside, but in our land we go to school during daytime when there is light from the sun. Now the second paragraph. The front door step is at the back. You're walking when you stand. You wear your hat upon your feet in topsy-turvy land. So front door is the door we use to enter a house. Usually you will find that door at the front of the house like this. But here in topsy-turvy land, it is at the back of the house. And in our land, when we walk, we are moving, but in topsy-turvy land, when you walk, you are standing still. And as you can see here in this picture, people wear hats on their feet. But in our land, this is how we wear a hat on our head. Coming to the third stanza. And buses on the sea you'll meet, while pleasure boats are planned to travel up and down the streets of topsy-turvy land. Instead of bus running on the road like this in topsy-turvy land, you will find them on the sea, bus on the sea. And in our land, you will find buses on the roads and boats on the sea, but in topsy-turvy land, you will find buses on sea and boats on road. Again, everything is opposite. Now coming to the fourth stanza. You pay for what you never get. I think it must be grand. For when you go, you're coming back in Topsy-Turvy Land. In our land, you pay for what you get. If you pay some money, then you expect to get something for that money. But in Topsy-Turvy Land, you do not get anything. You just pay for nothing. And the poet says, I think it must be great fun. I think it must be grand. I think it must be great fun. Because in Topsy-Turvy Land, when you go, you are actually coming back. Now, let's have a quick summary of the poem. Topsy-Turvy Land is a place where everything is opposite of what we expect. The sea is full of sand. The children go to school at night. One can find the front door at the back, and people walk when they are standing. Hat is not found on the hat, but on feet. Buses run on the sea and boats in the street. People have to pay for what they never get, and they go when they actually come back. So that's the poem Topsy-Turvy Land by H.E. Wilkinson.